Welcome to an Ethereum price prediction for 2025. In this video I will give you three price predictions, one being the bearish one, the second one being a bullish one, and the third one being a very bullish one. As we can see, Ethereum already went up 365% in the last 21 months. And it shows no signs of wanting to go back down, not even to the 200-day moving average. If we look closely, when it hit this 4K level, we will see that it barely went to overbought territory, which means there's still a lot of room left to grow. So what could we expect from this cycle? What prices could be realistic? I want to look at the previous cycles first to see what they did. In the first cycle, Ethereum went up 335,000%. In the second cycle, it went up about 5,000, let's say 6,000%. So what could be realistic for a third cycle? Well, first let's do some math. I don't think this first cycle is a good example considering it went up quite a lot, and compared to the second cycle, 335%, if we take that into a calculator, we'll see that the second cycle got 56 times less return on investment than in the first cycle. So the second cycle, if this was to repeat itself, this would mean we would get something like this, a 100% return on investment. Obviously, we already went up way more than that. So trying to predict where the price might go when you look at previous cycles might not be the best idea. How about the RSI though? When we look at where the RSI was in the previous cycles, we see that there's still a lot of room to grow. And I do expect the RSI to go back to the 90s, maybe even higher, maybe like 92, 93. So let's talk about short term. First, let's take a look at where the price should go in the next 6 to 8 months. I expect the price to go to about the $6,000 level and test this line right here. This is the bare minimum. So if things go wrong and we get rejected by this line, this means this will be the bull market top. So for my most bearish prediction, I would say this would be very bearish, considering this would only be a 600% increase from its bear market low. So let's put this on the chart. How about my bullish prediction? For my bullish prediction, I expect the price to go somewhere around this region. I don't know exactly where it will land, but I think going to this level right here would be possible and would be a almost 1,200% increase, which would be normal compared to the other two cycles. So let's put this on the chart as well. How about my very bullish price prediction? Getting to the 2.618 level would obviously be very, very bullish. But something more realistic is the 1.618 level, which is more common. I'm not saying the 2.618 level is impossible to get to, but it's more uncommon than it is common. If we were to get to that level, that would put us at around 1,600% return on investment, which would still be not too good compared to the other cycles. Also, when do I expect the bull market to end? Well, just like Bitcoin is a bull market, whenever Bitcoin decides it wants to go into a bear market, every coin will also go into a bear market. And according to my Bitcoin analysis, the bear market should start around maybe October to November 2025. So I expect Ethereum to go to the 12K level until then. I also have a very bearish prediction in mind. So if we look at the RSI, we'll see that we're currently at about 65. If Ethereum for whatever reason decides that it wants to go down and test this yellow line, then we would need to go to about the 57 RSI level. If we somehow end up going below this line, I think this would be very, very bearish, considering we have never done this in the past. Last cycle, when we got above the yellow line, we never went below it ever again until the next bear market. So if we do go below this line right here, then I will start turning bearish and we might get an early bear market. Let's take a look at the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. As you can see right here, Ethereum is currently below this yellow line, which means theoretically Ethereum is still in a bear market when it comes to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. So for those wondering when altcoin season will happen, it will probably happen when the RSI finally gets above this line and starts breaking to the upside. The price has been in a downtrend as of late and I don't see any signs of it wanting to go back up, which means Bitcoin dominance will probably go up for another few maybe weeks to months before we get an altcoin season. I do expect to get a new high on the Ethereum Bitcoin chart, something like maybe breaking above this high right here, maybe getting to something like 9.3 before getting into another bear market. But again, this chart does not really tell me anything. I mean, last cycle we were not even in overbought territory when it comes to the Ethereum Bitcoin chart. And right now the RSI is very low and it really needs to get above this yellow line. If we look at the previous cycle, it never tested the yellow line and not succeeded. So this drop right here, this might be very bearish if we don't get above it very soon. Of course, this also could mean that we're just doing something different this cycle and Ethereum has other plans. Let's also take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. I know this is not really related to the Ethereum chart, but this can give us an idea of when an altcoin season might happen. If you look at this, we're currently above the yellow line on the RSI. But we're really close to it. Last time when we dropped below it, we went down from 52 to about 40 something percent before we went back up again and then went down even further. This was the altcoin season, by the way. If this was to repeat itself, we would probably need a break below this yellow line to confirm a start at least of the altcoin season. So if the RSI breaks below this line, it could be the start of the altcoin season, but it could also be a fake out just like this right here, which means we might get another pump to like maybe 63% dominance on Bitcoin, which will be insane, of course, and will be an all-time high on the RSI. I don't expect Bitcoin dominance to go to the overbought territory anytime soon. It will probably drop in the next few months. Also, for short term on Ethereum, right now we have this 200-day moving average. We already tested it. I mean, I don't know if you can call this a retest, but we tested it at least one time and we went below it. And this is nothing too special. And this is really nothing to be worried about, especially in a bull market. If we look at the previous cycle, we also went below the 200-day moving average multiple times and we still went up a lot. So do not really worry about this. So yeah, here are my price predictions again. Hold on, where's the third one? There you go. I don't expect to go to these levels, so let me just get them off the chart. Actually, let me keep the 36181. Maybe something very bullish will happen, but I don't think we'll get there this cycle. I also want to give you a prediction for 2029. Obviously, this is very early, and whatever happens in this cycle will decide what happens in the next one. Let's say the price goes to about, let's say it goes to like 12.7k. In the previous cycle, the price of Ethereum dropped about, let's say, 82%. If this was to repeat itself, we would get a new Ethereum bear market low of maybe $2,300. And if we take this low and the projected next high and the projected next low, we will get something like this. So for the next cycle, something like 33k to maybe even 45k for Ethereum might be possible if the price gets to like 12k. Of course, if the price goes above it and it goes to like 15k, then obviously this will only go up to 40k or 28k or something like that. It all depends on what happens this cycle. For now though, if we somehow get a 12k top, then I expect the price of Ethereum to go to maybe 35k in 2029. I would give you a 2033 prediction as well, but you're probably not going to remember this video in 2033, so it does not really matter that much. Anyways, this is my Ethereum price prediction for the next bull market in 2025. Just so you know, I'm not a financial advisor, so I might be wrong or I might be right. Nobody knows what's gonna happen in the crypto market. Me personally, I think it's going to go to about 11K before it drops to the downside. Do not expect the price to go up forever. This is not how markets work. Things that go up must come down at some point. It's just what markets do, and it's actually very healthy. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please subscribe and like this video if you would want to see more videos like this on my channel. And please leave a comment as well and tell me what you think about my prediction. Anyways, I will see you in the next one.